An embarked bus driver stopped at the railroad tracks at Western in Britain, a train just passing by. While the driver waits, a man walks up to him, asking to get off the bus. He's been identified as Tyrone Harrison, the driver, saying per policy, he can't let anyone off the bus until the next stop. The video shows Harrison yelling at the driver, reaching around the plexiglass and punching him. You can see the operator fighting Harrison off before he's pulled from the driver's seat. The bus still moving, cars passing by. The two struggle for several seconds before Harrison punches the driver again. A different angle shows a passenger coming to help the driver as he's thrown to the floor. This angle shows the bus veering off the road and crashing into a business. A seatbelt saving the bus driver from being thrown into the windshield.
Obviously had, some bumps and bruises. We got him to medical facilities right after, and he's off work now, but doing well. When you run into a situation like that, no matter how much training you have, it's very difficult to prepare for somebody really assaulting you while you're operating a vehicle in motion.
No one inside the building was hurt, but two passengers on board had minor injuries.
The suspect fled the scene. He was taken into custody a very short time later. I know he was transported to an area hospital to be treated for some minor injuries before being taken to jail.
Man. Oh, man, what was this guy thinking? Maybe that's part of the problem. Maybe he wasn't thinking. 23 years old, out there acting a fool because the bus driver wouldn't stop the bus, where this guy wanted him to stop so he can get off. But, I've seen stuff like this all the time when I used to ride the bus back home in Atlanta. Not really, seeing a crash or anything, but, you see people who want to, get off at these non-designated stops. And, it's, in this situation, the bus driver repeatedly told this guy, he couldn't let him off, and that was per city policy. And, he could let him off at a designated stop. That's how that works, but, I don't know what it is with that, people, I guess thinking that just because they paid the fare to ride the bus that that means that they can get off wherever they want. But the scary thing about this is that this could have been a lot worse. We're talking about a bus moving with nobody behind the wheel to control it. And those buses, they weigh a lot. And when it's moving at a pretty good speed, those things, they take some time to come to a complete stop. But yeah, this could have been a lot worse. There could have been people out there walking on the street who got hit by this bus. There were other motorists on the road. There could have been some people in that business. It's just so many things that could have just went wrong. It's already bad, but it could have been worse. This fool could have lost his own life in that crash. But, he just didn't care. He wanted to do what he wanted to do, regardless of what the bus driver was telling him. And it's sad that you can't even go to work now and try to make a decent living without coming across idiots like this, because he won't be the first or the last to do something like this. And I think it's very concerning when it's always other people that end up caught up in this mess where they get hurt or they lose their lives, and, you're dealing with, I don't know what it is. You're dealing with some of these folks who don't like to be told no, and they think that they can bully and boss people into doing what they want them to do. And when they can't get their way, this is what they do. They act out like children. So now, he's found himself in a lot of trouble, and all of that could have been prevented. So he put himself in that situation, and you can't feel sorry for him. So now he's going to be held accountable, and he's going to face consequences because that was just reckless, and it was dangerous. You put other people's lives in jeopardy all because you wanted to get off at a non-designated stop. So I don't know, man. People got to start making better choices, man, and just try their best to just stay out of trouble. So y'all stay safe out there, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.